Hello, welcome to Hatton Gamers. There has been recently a really big update for CSGO. It's called Operation Breakout. This was released, I think, last night. Like every Wednesday, not every Wednesday, obviously, but on a Wednesday they do the big updates, and I always miss them because I'm sleeping in bed. So hopefully this isn't going to be too late. But I'm just going to run through the old change log for Operation Breakout. There's been like 6 community maps been added. They're all available in the official matchmaking to CSGO players, and that's for like the whole duration of the operation. That's pretty standard for every operation. You can buy the all access pass, which is, I think it's $5.99 or what is probably like £3. That'll give you the Operation Breakout challenge coin, mission drops, which is a really new thing, 45 new weapon finishes as potential mission rewards. I've looked at some of those actually, they're really nice, some of the skins at the top level, which is good because you can build them up and obviously do the trade up contract and actually get good skins. You can also get Operation Breakout case drops, so there's an official case for the operation, and you get a journal that contains an active duty scoreboard, Operation Breakout scoreboard, and a friends leaderboard. Now the friends leaderboard is a cool idea. You can actually see all of your friends and how they're doing. There's different breakdowns of what you can do. So there's kills, there's a headshot percentage, how many games they've won in this specific operation. So it's really cool if you want to just see who's winning out of your friends list. So now for the gameplay changes. There's been a lot of gameplay tweaks and buffs. By now you've probably already heard about the Tech 9, but we'll get to that when we get down there. So the buy menu has been updated with all the following stats. So there's damage now, there's fire rate, recoil control, accurate range, movement rate, and armor penetration. Armor penetration is really crucial because in this update they've changed not how it works, but like it's easier to like calculate. They've got certain values that I'll explain later. But yeah, the penetration power is what you're going to be looking at really. So for weapon changes, the Desert Eagle, you'll be glad to hear, is finally been buffed. So they increased the standing and crouching accurate range. So that means if you're standing, it's going to be a lot more accurate. You're going to land those shots that you normally get back when the Deagle's like good, I think. So yeah, the Deagle's might be back, but it's probably going to be overshadowed by the Tech 9, which has been increased so much. Like it's a ridiculous amount. I think there's some in-depth stats on Reddit. I might pull them up for this video. I cannot pull them up on the top of my head though, but they are bloody good. They're like, it's supposed to be the most overpowered pistol now in the game. There's no recoil really at all. When you're moving, there's hardly any recoil. You've got like what is it, like 32 bullets that you can just spam. So like rushes into Inferno B on the pistol round are going to be brutal. Yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting. I don't know, they're obviously going to be nerfing that, but enjoy it whilst it lasts. It's like the AUG, the week of the AUG. That's the week of the Tech 9. So the CZ it's finally been nerfed. Not sure how much it's been nerfed. There's not been real like big stats on it. So it says it's decreased standing and crouching accurate range. So sounds like it's still just as powerful, just not as accurate, which is good because the CZ was totally ridiculous and people were just winning eco rounds all the time, and it was just far too easy. The Dual Elites. Anyone use the Dualies? No. Okay, well they've been reduced to $500. And the Scout has also been reduced to $1,700 and increased accurate range slightly. So that's cool for the Scout. Maybe we'll see that being used more. Probably not, but we can always hope. The Mag 7, the penetration power has been increased. Pellets have been reduced to 8. Individual pellet range damage increased to 30, which is good. I'm a fan of the Mag 7, but the maximum range has actually been reduced. So it's sort of up and down with that one, not sure. The sword off, however, has been increased, like the penetration power has been increased. Pellets reduced to 8. Individual pellet damage increased to 32. So it's doing a lot more damage, but it's got less pellets in the old clip or magazine or whatever it's called. Someone's going to correct me on that. So that's interesting. Before, the Mag 7 and Sword Off didn't actually have any penetration power. It was 0, so it's cool to see that change. So the way that wallbanging now works is a lot more straightforward. There's been some like bugs and stuff that they've fixed. There's a really good guide that I'm going to put in the description that explains it very well. But basically, bullets now leave a brief trail in the air when you penetrate most surfaces. There's also a new convar command which you can use as SV_show impacts _penetration, and that's really useful. That will display on-screen penetration data when bullets penetrate surfaces in game, so you can actually get more information from certain surfaces if it's easy to penetrate. Like say on the new maps, you don't know what areas are going to be penetrable. You can just turn that on, go into an offline server and test it out, because that's stuff that you really need to know when you're in an actual game. So yeah, very useful, good command there. So the maps, finally we get onto the maps. The maps have been divided into 3 groups, and this is pretty interesting, I think. One's called Active Duty, one's called Reserves, and Operation is the last one. So these are like the Active Duty maps have got like the standard, it seems like they've put all the competitive ones in there. However, they have actually got cobblestone and overpass in there, which is weird because they're not really competitive at all. But good news, Cache is actually an official map, so it's in the Active Duty maps. It's no longer an Operation map, so I think that's going to be cool for everyone to finally be able to play that again without having to rely on an Operation. So all the reserve maps though are just like this, the ones people don't really play. So like, actually wait, trains in the reserves map, that should be in Active Duty. That's weird. Maybe it's not just about competitiveness. But if you look at the reserves maps list, it's got Aztec, Dust, Vertigo, Office, Italy, Assault, and Militia. And if you look at that list, they're not really competitive maps. Like, they don't ring any bells. No one plays those. I'm pretty interested to see why Train is in there. That's maybe it's a mistake. Who knows? But yeah, for the operation maps, we've got, 6 new maps for this operation. One's called Castle, one's called Overgrown, Black Gold, Mist, Rush, and Insertion. Obviously, some of these are like hostage maps, but I think the majority of them are, the standard bomb plant stuff. So good. Be interested to try those out, maybe on some some matchmaking games. Get wrecked because I don't know where I'm going. But that's what's fun about a new map, isn't it? You don't know what's going to happen. There's a few other stuff that they've fixed. So on certain maps, on Nuke is a big fix actually. On the ceiling on Bump Site B, it's now twice as thick, so you can hardly spam it from upper. So if you're trying to do spams from upper to lower or lower to upper, it's going to be a lot harder than before. Before you could just spam it and you could easily get the planter if you knew the certain plant spots. So that's a good change, I guess. Although I did enjoy spamming down. Sometimes I think I've only landed it once, getting the spam down to lower when the guy's planting. That was pretty funny. But yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. What do you think? Let me know. For Inferno, there've been a lot of updates for Inferno. In general, the graphics of the map is improved immensely. They've put a lot of work into the map, clearly. All the finer details, like the pillars on second mid in the the window room, changed that so it's easier to see. So the pillars are more shorter, thinner. And they've added some lighting, so it's actually easier to view any CTs who are peeking aggressively. So that's pretty cool. They've fixed some spots where the C4 would get stuck, although I don't actually know any of those, because I've never actually had someone do that in a game to hide the C4. Maybe I'm just lucky. But yeah, they've calmed down the dog in apartments. It's a funny update. Maybe someone was complaining about the dog being too loud. They've removed pretty flowers behind yellow car in banana, and of course, because it's Valve, they've added a ton of flowers to compensate. That's pretty funny. So yeah, about chickens as well, they've added a little chicken pen to T-spawn, which is nice. And they've apparently, I don't know if this is true or not, but they've changed the max chicken population from 10 to 12. I don't know if they're just trolling or that is a legitimate change. I don't know why they'd add more chickens. Maybe because there's a whole chicken pen, so there's obviously going to be more. There's going to be some babies. But yeah, they've updated the skybox. I'm not sure what that means, if you can throw flashes in new areas or not. I hate how vague it is when they say they updated the skybox, but But yeah, that's happened apparently. So, and I think the other most significant change, well, there's two more actually. You can't do any more tree boosts. There's about two that you can do. One on banana, where you boost up into the tree near logs, and the one on B, which is where you just jump up and you can see, if they smoke CT, you can see it. You can see over. So apparently you can't do that anymore. I've not actually tried it, but I'm going to take their word for it. I don't know. Don't think they'd lie, would they? Valve would never lie to us. But yeah, the main change is the box on bomb site A. You can now shoot through this box like it's totally spammable. Before it wasn't, and it was really hard to kill the guy on site who was just defending. Like all you could see was his head, and you can't really spam it properly. So that's a cool change. It's going to balance it a bit more, give the CTs more incentive to actually peek out and face properly. So I guess I should probably talk about the skins that have been included. So there's the baggage collection based off the map. That's got some really nice skins in it. I think the AK-47 jet set is one that I'm really liking. They've added really subtle skins as well, like P90 leather. Like they're not going for the overly like that Asimov style or like the Falcon. I think a lot of people were complaining that they all look like that. The Desert Eagle Pilot's a nice one from that collection as well. It'd be interesting to see how much the jet set will go up in value, or like how much people will value it on the market. But there's also the Cobblestone collection, which is very nice. It's got the main one for that is the Orp Dragon Lore, which looks absolutely amazing. Hopefully I can get my hands on that. Other than that, I think in that set, maybe the USP Royal Blue, USPS Royal Blue. That looks okay, like nothing special, but it's just got nice colours, I guess. And then maybe the Desert Eagle hand cannon, although it does look a bit rough, so not sure. Oh, of course, the M4A1S Knight. That one looks nice. That's very subtle, again, nothing like too eye-catchy. Yeah, that's a good one, that, the Knight. So I think that's it for that collection. Yeah, and then the Overpass collection, which is another bunch of cool skins. The main one for this is the M4A1S Masterpiece. It's got like graffiti. The reason it has graffiti is because it's all supposed to be based off the actual map, Overpass. So that's why in Overpass you've got loads of graffiti everywhere, and they've tried to imitate that in these skins. So I think that's the only decent one from the Overpass collection, apart from two actually, I lied. Maybe the Orp Pink DD Pat. I mean, it stands out, doesn't it? I don't know. I'm not sure. It does look a bit ugly, to be fair, but maybe Andrew will like it because it's pink. I don't know. But the another one is the USPS Road Rash. That looks very nice because it's got like a bullet going through it, and yeah, I think that's very neat, unique design. So cool to see that. And obviously, if we can get to the actual Operation Breakout case, which is the official case for this operation, they've actually released a new knife, butterfly knife, and the animations for this are insane. They look so cool. I think this is going to be valued very highly as a knife, like maybe higher than an M9 bayonet. I'm not sure, but it's going to be up there. I tell you, the animations for this is so cool, and I'm interested to see what it's going to look like in all of the different, the skins with the fade and all that good stuff. But other than that, in this case, actually, hang on, let's just talk about that. We're getting so many new knives recently. In the last one, we had the Huntsman knife, and now we've got the Operation Breakout with the new butterfly knife. So I'm not sure if the value of knives will drop if they keep releasing loads of different knives, because obviously there's going to be so much variety, but it'll be interesting to see if that happens. But other than that, in this case, there is going to be the Cyrex, M4A1S Cyrex. This looks absolutely so good, so good. I'd love to have this. It's sort of like the Falcon, really, but it's red for the M4. So pretty cool, pretty happy with that. Other than that, I think in this collection, the Nova Koi is interesting. Supernova looks like there's too much stuff going on with that. That's very ugly. Let's see, the PP Bison Osiris looks nice, if people still buy the Bison. There's a weird tiger one for the CZ. That's interesting. There's an eagle conspiracy. Now that's nice. That's very subtle, clean design. Very simple as well. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is the other one that you really want to get your hands on. So I think this one, Glock 18 Water Elemental. That looks crazy good. Hopefully that's going to be valued a lot, and it's not just going to be a common skin, because I'd love to have another cool Glock that's worth, a lot. Oh, here we go. Now this annoys me a little bit. I don't know why they've added another bloody Asimov skin. They've got a P90 Asimov. So what's the point? I mean, we've already got the AWP Asimov. We've got the fucking M4 Asimov. Now you got the P90 Asimov. That's not cool. That's encouraging people to play with the P90. But yeah, that's all of the skins. They all look really good. Well, not all of them. I mean, there are only a select few. But if they all look good, then they wouldn't be worth a lot. I mean, so there. And one last thing I want to just quickly go over is the missions that you get. So you complete certain missions, like for example, you have to win a competitive match on cash, or get a certain amount of kills with the Glock in a deathmatch game. And then once you complete these, you get rewards from the certain collection that it specifies. So if you hover over it, it'll say it's going to give you a drop from the baggage collection or the cobblestone or overpass collection. So that's how you get your hands on those skins. You're going to have to do those little tasks and complete the the missions. You can of course use the trade up contract if you get lucky drops in game. Like you can just try your luck out with that, and then hopefully rank up all the way to the good stuff, like the AK-47 jet set, the AWP Dragon Law, and the M4A1S Masterpiece. So you can get them that way. You don't have to necessarily do all the missions, although missions are a cool thing. I mean, that's new. It's going to be pretty fun to have people working on certain stuff to try and get their skins. So yeah, it keeps people playing the game, and it's not just about money. You can buy the most cases and stuff. So that's good to see. I think overall this whole operation is really cool. A lot of good stuff for you to get your hands on, and I think it's actually worth your money. I wouldn't say the previous operation was necessarily worth your money. It was just a repeat of cash. That was Operation Phoenix. But this one definitely, there's a lot of good stuff here. So yeah, definitely get it. I'm going to be playing this for probably the next 2 weeks, all of the custom maps. So yeah, hope you enjoy that. Hope you enjoy this update. Big shout out to Valve, who are fucking making this game so good at the moment. They're listening to everyone. The game's going to improve tenfold in the next 2 months. The balance is. So yeah, it's going to be good, guys. It's going to be good. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully it was useful. And I will see you guys next time.